Hi, everybody. Hope you've all had a good day. Um, so I'm just going to get straight to it. I'm not going to waste any time. I'm just going to explain exactly what the plan is for today. Very simply, I think the pressing information that everybody's asking about is to go through the starter pack. And with that said, I'm just going to explain a little bit about the starter pack so that you understand where things are and where things are going as far as the starter pack goes. You have to understand this business is sort of been growing and changing as we go. So it's not like we plan hugely ahead of time and get everything in place before we go live with things, because a lot of it is done voluntarily and takes a bit of time to get things right. So in essence, the whole idea was to make things more legal according to the lawyers, and they said that we can't just have a registration fee that people pay for. They must pay for something. They must get something for their money. So besides the fact that you're buying into a business opportunity and you've got the back end software that manages the business itself, as well as your membership number that's awarded to you that you could use for marketing and point people to you as a referrer, as well as all the other functionality that we've got, including the Soulbucks wallet and the Soulbucks facilities, which we're not paying for either. What was decided was that we're going to have a starter pack of tools to make life easier for everybody. Obviously, some of those starter pack tools we've already had in the past, like the knowledge base and other information. But there's a lot more going on and a lot more being developed so that we can have this product. But to also add value to what we're supplying, it's also been decided that we're only going to be giving the value pack to people that have made their payment, so that we've got the commitment of the payment, so that we know that those people are going to participate and do everything that we want them to do as far as getting into the business and using their Soulbucks wallet. And also, as Francis alluded to, we're going to be putting 30 Rand of the funds that come in back into that person's wallet so that they've got money to spend, so that they can experience the Soulbucks experience to get them going and get them using the product. So there's quite a lot of value that's been added with the 350 Rand. However, at the moment, the link tree that I've created is open. So basically, if you've got that link, you can pass it on to anybody that's already registered, and they can have access to all the media and the information that we've got in that link tree, which I'm going to go through with you now. However, I am busy developing a little application which will be securing that link tree, that you would need your membership number and your ID number to get access to the link tree, but it'll be our own link tree application that I'm busy writing at the moment together with AI. Let me just, first of all, clear something up out of interest. I've been involved with software development for the last 20 plus years. However, I am not a software developer. However, I've now got a partner. He's called AI, and I'm developing software with AI, and I'm very impressed myself with how far I've got in managing to do it. So it's quite exciting, if you want to put it that way. So it actually takes me a lot less time than what most programmers take to write a simple program. But that's as far as I've got, is writing simple programs. So I'm writing tools that help me, which helps you and helps everybody else, including people that are not in my team. So I'm happy to share whatever it is that I've developed. And like I say, I'm also developing things specifically for Bitcoin Wise itself, for the head office. So yeah, that's what I'm busy doing at the moment as far as the starter pack. I'm actually making it a secure starter pack, how would I say, specific for each person that joins. And it won't be an open link tree as it is at the moment. But for the moment, just to get started, we've got the link tree. So I'm going to go through to the link tree. And what I'm going to do as well is, as I go through each item, I'll stop and then I'll ask for hands, and anybody who wants to ask questions, you can ask specific to that particular item that we go through. So for now, let me just go and share my screen. Okay, so there's my screen. Let me just do this. Okay, so the link tree itself is this address over here. You can write it down, or I can share it. But it's BECW, Bitcoin Wise, SK, which is service, which is the starter starter kit. Now that's also an incorrect wording, because the standard name that's been used everywhere on the marketing and the presentations is a starter pack. So I'm going to be changing this from kit to pack and not to kit as it stands at the moment. But just bear with me as we work through this. So we'll start at the beginning. The first link that we've got over here is what is BCoinWise Starter Pack. And that's the video that I created for the presentation that we had yesterday. But I think I'm just going to, well, I won't even run through it because I'm running through it now anyway. But that just explains what all these different options are going down below here so that people can understand what they're looking at. But it's not in detail. It's very summarized. So we'll just leave that out for now. So the first little app that I generated or created is the Sellbucks merchant list. Because we don't have it yet, and let me first explain, I'm going to give you insight to what's happening in the future as well, of what I understand is happening based on what I've been told. Of course, I might be incorrect. I might have half the story, but I'm telling you what I know. Okay, so just bear with me as far as what I know. So what's happening is that Sellbucks itself is busy creating what I believe to be a new application, not a browser-based application, because it won't be able to be a browser-based application to do what they want it to do. It's going to basically have maps built into it, so that you can open the map and you'll be able to look within the area that you are. So if you're in Bedford View or wherever you may be, you'll be able to see all your merchants around you within the Bedford View area. And you would also be able to look for a doggy parlor or look for a bottle store or look for a type of store that you want to go and shop from, so that it can give value to the merchants of people using Sellbucks, utilizing their services, which is basically what the presentation explains. So that is what's in development at the moment. I am not sure of a release date. And unfortunately, all that we received up till now is an Excel spreadsheet with a list of names. We don't even have addresses or phone numbers or anything else. We just have a list of each of the merchants' names. So in other words, a list of all the, well, I'll go through it now and show you. But if we click on this, this is what comes up. And this is as of the 1st of the 9th, 2025. So here's the list of all the names. And if you look here, there's 16,777 merchants. Merchants not necessarily being Pick and Pay and Checkers being two merchants, it's every store. So there's 16,777 stores. So if you type in here any word that's within the matrix or within the list that's below us, it'll then filter and only show you the names that come up that are in that name. So what I mean by that is if you're looking for a store in Boksburg, okay, and you type in Boksburg, you'll get all the names that relate to Boksburg. So what I'm saying by that is there may be stores in Boksburg that will not come up on this list because that store doesn't have the name Boksburg in the name, if you hear what I'm saying. But generally, all the bigger stores like this one as an example, Ackermans, Boksburg, Sunwood Park or Sunwood comes up because the name Boksburg is in the name. So if you go right down to the bottom over here, or you drag it down on the bottom over here, or move down over here, you'll see that it's showing a total of 42 out of 42. So there's 42 stores that are in Boksburg, or maybe more than 42 stores in Boksburg, but 42 that have got the name Boksburg in them. So, of course, the alternative is to just type Ackermans, and you'll get all the stores for Ackermans. So if you look down here and we go down to the bottom, you can see that there are 50 out of 1,015 stores, which is a hell of a lot of stores, if you ask me. But anyway, that's what it comes up with. Please can I ask people not to click on these, click around the screen. I actually I wanted to do training for myself on Zoom to stop this from happening, because I don't know if everybody else has noticed, but what happens is, especially when there are a lot of people, you find that every so often somebody will go and click and will end up with all these lines all over the screen, and you can't get rid of it as the person doing the presentation. I'm sure you can, but you need to know how to get into it, how to get to the settings. So anyway, it's just a little bit frustrating, especially if I'm recording these and other people want to watch it later as well. Anyway, so going back to the search criteria and the way it works, like I say, you can have a look and see what's where, and it's just an easier way to filter for the moment anyway. It's the best that I could do based on what we've got. So if I look at Durban, for example, because I'm based in Durban, I suppose, there's 81 stores in Durban that have got the name Durban in them. To give you an example, my business is called Saver Products, and if I look for Saver Products, it's there. However, Saver Products doesn't have Saver Products Durban, so that's why it's not showing you with Pinetown. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. So that's that. Let's try and go to the next thing. I just want to move this out of my way if I can. Put that side. Okay. I don't think you see that, but I do. It's the control panel for the Zoom itself. Anyway, so I've covered that. Let me go back and just have a look and see who's got questions related to that before we move on. Just hold on a second. Okay, Naomi, you can talk. You're welcome to unmute your mic.
Hi there.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes. Okay, I would like to find out, according to our list, Ackermans, for instance, is not on our list currently, and there's a whole bunch of names on this list that is not on the list that we've been given to promote and so far.
Yeah.
So it's confusing. Are they on board or not? I mean, can I
Yeah.
literally go to Ackermans tomorrow and shop and be paid?
Okay, one thing I'm going to show you and explain maybe the reason behind it. Like I say, I'm not the absolute guru, but I do understand a few things. Okay, one of the questions I asked is that, and you know how things always work based on yourself. So we do a lot of purchasing from Checkers, and we also do purchasing from Spar. And Spar head office is in Pinetown for the country or for the world. Anyway, and there's a training store called Knowles, and Knowles Spa is a super spa, and it's a very big store. It's like a hypermarket, so it's very impressive and very big. But they are not on Cellbucks. However, they are linked to the head office. And as far as I was told when I asked, they said that the Spa head office is taken on Cellbucks countrywide, and any store managed by the head office of Spa is on Cellbucks. However, because all the branches, and when I say the branches, they are agencies, and they're independently owned, each one of them has to sign up with Cellbucks independently. So because of that, not all of Spa stores are on Cellbucks yet. However, the point of sales all support the Cellbucks. Well, please stop drawing if you can. So anyway, I was trying to see how to get rid of it. There must be a way. Anyway, so
sorry, Peter. Sorry to interrupt you. Can you just stop sharing? I'm gonna try and see. I've just there's somebody has taken it off, their stuff off, but I've just looked to see how you can. I need to screen share, so I'm gonna make myself host again.
Okay. I just like I said, I need to give myself some training.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna reclaim host, and then I'm just gonna try and see if I can. Okay. If you screen share again, are those lines still on there? But anyway, let me just do that. And see, they say that when you share screen.
I'm sharing again now.
Yeah, so there's the floating bar, and then it says annotate. It says you must trash. That should clear all drawings. Okay, that's the one way of taking off the stuff. And then you click more, and you.
Where did you find that?
I annotate on the floating bar at the bottom, but you won't see it right now because I'm sharing my screen.
Okay.
And then breakout rooms.
I've got mine sharing.
Are you still sharing?
Yes,
oh, cool.
I'm still sharing.
Okay, hide video panel, hide floating meeting.
Hide floating meeting controls. That's the control that push escape to get it back. Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So I just want to see how to turn it off because I'm supposed to be able to do that from here. Record, transcript, breakout poll, start with spotlight, disable annotation for others. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing, and then I'm going to.
Okay.
Okay,
So
great.
I'll carry on. So Naomi, to finish your question. Okay. They said to me that they can't list SPA on the list of companies, because if somebody goes into a SPA and SPA doesn't support sellbacks, they're going to have arguments and queries and all the rest of it. So it is possible that Ackermans, okay, what they've also said is that this list is the actual store, are the actual stores that have sellbacks. Now, with that said, I had a look earlier and I saw, Engine. Not Engine, I looked for garage, okay? But if you have a look at garages, I don't know how many Engine garages there are, but there's only 11. So I don't know if, or total, I should say, sorry. So maybe I should be looking for total energies to see all the total energies. So if I look, there we go. Now if you look, I'm looking at total energies and you can see there's 898. So that shows me that all the total energies are on sellbacks, and that's why we can list sellbacks. However, this tells me that all the SPAs, okay, this is all SPAs, but remember it's the tops, the super spa, all the different stores. Okay, so that's every store. So there's 171. Now I believe there are a lot more than 171. Although now look at this, you see, because the word spa comes up under Debonair's, it's brought it up. So this is not a true number anyway. We want spa on its own. Maybe if I put a space, no, that doesn't work either. So anyway, so like I said, this isn't a perfect scenario, but it does give you a list of all the stores that are active. And you can download it. So you can, I think there's a download filter over here on the right-hand side. Sorry, let me just move my screen of everybody's faces out of the way there. So if you have a look here, you can download it. So you could download this and send it to somebody if you want to. Once you've filtered it, or you can give the whole lot, load the whole lot, just remove all of that, and then you can download it as a CSV. So, and you can also change this to look at all, as an example. And there you've got the whole 16,700. Does that answer your question, Naomi?
Peter, my concern is that I understand that these companies are listed with 168 or can be used 168. That does not mean that we're going to pay Bitcoin Wise with it. The way I understand is that Bitcoin Wise has to have a contract with them. So I can go and shop at Ackermans, but that doesn't mean I'm going to earn from them. Because, I mean, there's a humongous jump from the 40-odd stores that we have listed on our presentations to 16,000 stores. Okay, it is branches now, but I mean, Ackermans, Engine, those are big things that is not listed on what we can buy from. And that is my concern, that we will not earn if we shop there.
Now that's the other thing as well, is that the listing that we were using is the listing that's on Sellbucks itself, on their website. And as I said, the listing that they've got on their website doesn't include all of the stores, because they're not all on Sellbucks. Only a portion of each of them are on Sellbucks. The ones that are listed, all of the stores of that particular brand are on Sellbucks. But I believe, from what I've been told with this list, if you go to one of these stores that are listed here, you can spend with Sellbucks and we will get the commissions based on this list.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure. Okay. Erna, problem?
Hello, Peter.
Yeah.
I
Hi.
just want to ask, how can we that are the 200 Rand members go about to get a starter kit also, please?
Okay, so the starter kit, as I mentioned to you, so long as they've paid, anybody that's paid, you can give them the starter pack yourself, or I can put it on the group. But here it is over here. If you look at the top of my screen, you'll see the address. It's linktree/BECW SK starter kit. That's what it stands for at the moment. However, this is going to discontinue once I've completed the secure application, so that it can't just be freely available to anybody. It's going to have security on it, so that you have to put your membership number and your ID number on to be able to gain access to it. Erica, is that all right? I mean, Erna? Erna, is there anything else related to this?
So we that have paid 200 rand, we will
Yes.
also be able to use the starter kit.
Correct. Everybody that's paid, regardless of the value that you've paid, have rights to the starter kit. The starter kit is
Thank you
ours.
very
It's
much.
everybody, every member. Okay.
Appreciate it.
Pleasure. Okay, Neil.
Good evening.
Hi.
Good evening.
Is it
This is Isaiah.
Isaiah? Yes. Okay.
Yes, I've got
Okay,
a
Isaiah.
question on merchants. I've been to ShopRite.
Mm-hmm.
First time I used the voucher cleanly, the cashier was okay. I went to Pick and Pay and the other cashier was okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I went there yesterday and the day before, and the cashiers were so green. They couldn't help me. They couldn't use my voucher. So is there a way that it can be made to be foolproof so that we don't want
Unfortunately
this
not.
frustration if you recruit somebody and they're frustrated like that to say, I can't buy with my vouchers, I got a problem.
Unfortunately, the only thing you can do is escalate it at the branch itself. In other words, what you're telling me now, you should tell their management. You should go and speak to their management, the person in charge of the point of sales of the staff, and say to them they need to train their staff. The proof of that is that some of them know how it works and others don't. So it's luck of the draw who you go to. And unfortunately, that's just the way things work. It's like in the old days when everybody didn't use ATMs, and then suddenly they used ATMs. You'd get a situation that some people wouldn't want to touch an ATM. They don't know what it is, and they're very hesitant and scared. They'd rather use their old book and go inside the branch. But eventually, everybody adapts and starts using the technology. So the same thing happens both sides, because the actual operators of the point of sale obviously haven't been trained, because it's supply and demand. So because not many people have gone in there wanting to use the 168 voucher, they haven't had need to know about it. So, it's just unfortunately the way life works. When there's 16,777 stores, work out how many point of sale operators there are that need to be trained. Unfortunately, that's totally up to the merchant itself to make sure that happens. And the only way that we can get that right is to put pressure on them. So the more we use it and the more they see people coming in and using it because of us growing, they're going to end up have to use it, and they're going to end up learning how to use it, and we won't have this problem. We won't be talking about this anymore.
Of course. But is there a way where us members could be told to say, look, at ShopRite, if they do this, then it will work. At Pick and Pay, if they do this, it will work.
We've started collecting that, but I mean, it's us members itself that are sharing the information. So, for example, there's one or two videos that I've got that I've put on the knowledge base for exactly that reason, where somebody's gone to, for example, Pick and Pay, and when they ask the supervisor, because what happens is they talk to the point of sale operator, she doesn't know what they're talking about. So you call the supervisor. Then when you talk to the supervisor might know what's happening, but if they do know what's happening, what happens is they will then show the operator there and then in front of you. So what people have been doing is they've been videoing it with their phone and showing the process and then recording it, and then we've got it on our knowledge base. Then when you go to another Pay, you can open it up and actually show them, this is the way it works. Look here. And they can see it's their point of sale, and they can see where to go and click, and they can follow the exact same routine. Because it's not difficult. It's actually very simple. It's really, instead of pushing the button that says credit card, they push the button that says Y code. And then it prompts you and says, okay, let the client punch in his number. And then you punch in your number, and then they push OK, and it's done. Simple. It's not difficult. Yeah. It's just for them to know which button to push.
For sure.
Okay. Now move on to Neil.
Hi, Peter.
Hi.
Everyone. I've just got a question to ask. I'm trying to help my downline, a downline in Port Elizabeth. She's complaining about, and I don't know how to answer her. She went first. Well, she's been in for a week or so. No, around about 2 weeks. First, she went to Pick and Pay. somewhere in Port Elizabeth, buy petrol, and then the whole thing, the merchant deduct 10 rand from that. So she's very negative about it.
Yeah.
The second option, so I told her just hang in there. And today she phoned me. She went to Clicks to buy some stuff there, and she uses terminology that our sender doesn't work on their POP system. They don't even know
What she's talking about.
the whole cell box thing.
Yeah.
And she also went to Wimpy.
Mm.
So now, what should we do about that? I mean, I
It's a
know it's
difficult
not I've been in this situation before,
Yeah.
and I'm
I
trying to
think
help my
one of,
downline as much as
yeah,
possible.
I think one of the first things to do is to look on the list and see if those particular stores are listed on this list. And if they are, then even phone
Well,
Slogan.
Wimpy is on. Wimpy is
Which one?
definitely, and Clicks is definitely, and Pick n Pay is definitely.
Yeah,
So
but
I don't think it's a system problem.
you think it's an
Uh,
education problem.
it, it's a educational problem, but uh, uh, what she came back with, the answer that I get is that specific stores in a big place like Port Elizabeth is not even listed on their point of sale systems.
I don't know. The only thing to do is to complain higher up, maybe contact the head office of that Pick n Pay or whatever the case is and complain. You know, the more people that complain, the more they'll do something about it. You know, I don't know what else to suggest. It's a very difficult one. You can obviously take it up with management at the branch itself and complain and say, look, it does work elsewhere. But the problem is, as you say, it's somebody new to it and they expect it to work. And then there's a problem. So it's a bit of the only other way to explain it is to explain to the person that you introduced to the BECW and Wise that this is a new technology that's been introduced. Even though it's been around for 12 years, it hasn't been at all of these sites. And because of that, it hasn't been used at all of these sites. So it's very new to them. And, you know, they might actually have their point of sales that hasn't been updated yet. Even though we're told that they are, Cellbucks might have been told they are as well. You know, they can't go to every single branch and make sure that the merchant has what they're supposed to have in place. They've said that it's in place, so the merchant should be liable to actually make sure that it's working because they've agreed that it is working. And if it's not working, it's the merchant's problem to get it working, you know, and to get their staff trained. So it's a very difficult one to have a direct answer to you as to exactly what to do. But my personal feeling is the more people that complain, eventually the merchant or the head office of that merchant will do something about it. You know, I mean, the more we use it and the more we complain and the more we contacting them and going to the management, the more they'll sort it out. And then the problem will be solved one branch at a time, you know, like we joining one.
Yeah, Peter, I'd just like to add to that as well. We were just busy, obviously, you know, with the brand launch and the setting up the merchandise department. We really making good headway and making good progress. As soon as it's up and running smoothly, it's not gonna be as busy as we have been. And then Roz from the merchandise department is going to focus on building the merchant directory. And this kind of stuff is going to be what she's going to deal with, you know. So then we'll open up the emails, the merchandise email for people to give us this kind of feedback so that we can, so that we can get to the bottom of this kind of information and then give our shoppers the feedback.
Okay. So to carry on with tonight's training, I think if we carry on like we are, we're not going to get past the first.
Sorry, Peter, to interrupt you. Can I carry on?
Yeah, so my suggestion is one of two things. We just talk about issues in general, or we go through this. And once it's finished, and if I don't, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go past 7 o'clock. So you've got a half an hour. I'm not going to go past 8 o'clock. So we've got a half an hour left. So if I don't finish it, we'll just continue it. We'll either make another evening of it, or we'll have to wait till next Tuesday and continue.
But
we
sorry,
won't-
just sorry, me again. Sorry. Just before you carry on, I did actually ask Franz while we were busy about the merchants on the list that we haven't mentioned to our shoppers like Ackermans and Spar and Engine and stuff, because I had a call from somebody about that this afternoon as well. And he said that Cellbuck says they've updated the list for the last 12 months. That's the updated list. And all those merchants on there, the stores that are on that list should work for us.
Yes, the stores will work, but it doesn't mean all the stores of Spar are on it.
Yeah, no, not all the stores, but the
Correct.
ones on the list. Like
Yes.
for instance, Ackermans, if you
Yeah.
go to that particular store on the list, it should work for us as
Yes.
well. And we should earn, is what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah,
to answer
that-
Naomi's,
that's what I was told as well. But I was also told that they weren't listed on the Cellbuck's website because some people might go to a store that's not on the list. And it's only once they've got it at all the stores do they then list it to the general public, you know. So we appreciate having a list now of something that we can actually work on.
Yes.
Anyway.
Okay, Peter, can I just complete my question?
Sure.
The other thing that is an issue, the specific lady, and I can do it. I can vouch for that myself. She went and there's no support. She's complaining, and I've got a lot of other people that is complaining about the Bitcoin Wise support issue. The writing emails, phoning the number, which is apparently not existing. Nobody is answering that. And I personally feel that that is very unprofessional.
Agree.
I mean, we're trying to get people to get used to this, refer them to support, and then there's no support.
Yeah.
So this specific lady that I was talking about, before she phoned me, she did the whole process of the support issue. So I think there's really a big support issue.
Yes. No, look, I think you are aware of
If
it.
you can sort that out, just hear me out, please.
Sure.
That will be appreciated. And the third thing is, what is the possibility for me to have your cell number to get hold of you so that I can speak to you in person? I'm more than willing to share my contact details with you.
Yeah, no problem. I'll give you my cell number. You got a pen? I'll give it to you now.
I've got a pen here with me.
It's 083
Yes, 083
555
555
0248.
0248. I will repeat, 083 555 0248.
Yeah.
Thank you, Peter. I appreciate.
Pleasure. Now, just on what you were saying, I know that they are busy implementing a ticket system. So there will be dedicated, or there are dedicated people on support. But I think the problem at the moment is there's been too many things happening for too many people that should be dedicated to specific things like support. And because of that, a lot of people were trying to pick up flack that weren't even supposed to be giving support, even myself as an example. I mean, between you and me, I'm an agent, but at the end of the day, I'm the same as you. I've got no other benefits. I don't get a salary. I don't get anything extra other than being an agent itself, which is really just a title more than anything else. And giving a lot of myself to be here, and a lot of other people are doing the same. I mean, Sue and Hugh and everybody else are all basically trying to build the business for themselves, and at the same time helping everybody else to do the same. So yeah, it's been a bit difficult, but hopefully France is going to get on top of it as the head office actually start making sure there are people for every delegated issue that's needed, such as support. But he is aware of it, and like I say, he did mention that they are in the process of building a ticket system that everybody can log a call. so that they can then monitor and see exactly how long it's taking for all the different issues and see what's common as far as issues go. And everybody can get a reference number and a date and a timestamp as to when they reported it, so that everything goes through, smoothly, and they get on top of it, and they can see how long it's taking for them to close a call. That at the end of each day, all the calls are closed, basically. Okay, but that I know.
Thanks, but I honestly think that is a main issue
Yeah.
to address. I mean,
Well,
there's no way for us to get hold of
so I can give you an example,
France
okay?
and stuff like that. But I mean, we as a team working together, we can't sell a product, we can't sell anything, and then I mean, my whole day and every day I spend a lot of time. I mean that is time that I can spend uh, to recruit new people. But now I'm trying to sort out my downline, and they all are negative. So how can I expect them to carry on if they've got all this? So there is support is a main issue, and you guys honestly need to address the support issue, whether it's to Franz himself. One question that I want to ask about it is when he's online, nobody can ask an answer, or nobody can ask a question or whatever. I mean, as a developer, he must now come to the table so that he can address us all. So now everyone down is
Please carry on. With all
on
due respect, can we please
just give
carry
me a
on?
chance to finish my thing, whoever is speaking now. In all due respect, Peter, I think this is an issue that needs urgent attention.
Sure. No, I understand.
We're wasting all of our time now.
Yeah. Okay. Can we
really are.
Yeah. Okay.
Can the training be done and questions afterwards, please, man? We've got things to do after this.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so I think let's stick to the topic for now. In other words, only talk on questions specifically to do with this merchant list. If there's anything else, otherwise, please lower your hand for now. We'll have another session where you can go over just general questions and other issues, pressing issues. Erna, have you still got a question? You're on the top of my list. Otherwise, Natasha.
Yes, my mouse.
Can I ask a question in the meantime, please? What's happened?
Peter, I think you're muted.
There we go. I was muted. Don't ask me how. I wasn't clicking anywhere to mute myself. But anyway, everybody hear me again? Sorry. I don't know. Was it Pearl that was trying to talk? Because I did open it to the 3 that I've got on my list.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, please. I have a quick question. If we do shopping online with Pick and Pay and Checkers and places like that, how do we go about using those vouchers?
I must be honest, I haven't got a clue. Personally, I don't have a clue. Never tried it, never seen how to do it. Nobody's told me. I can put it on my list to work it out or find it out myself and come back to you.
Thank you. That would be great, because that's the way people are shopping these days.
Yeah, the only one that I do know that I've seen, and I put it onto the on the knowledge base because somebody published it, and that was how to do it on Takealot, and that was it. So that I can tell you.
All right.
I can't tell you about anything else. Okay.
Looking forward to an answer.
Okay.
Well, Natasha went to Burger King today, I think. Natasha, did you go to Burger King today? Was it today or any other day? That video of yours is cool.
If I'm the Natasha talking about, yes, we did we went yesterday.
And what did you do? You just drove up to the drive-through, and what happened?
Yeah, I just went through to the drive-through, told them I want to use the 168, and I paid through the drive-through. And the other time I went inside and I paid at the till. And now obviously with KFC you go to the kiosk, but Burger King works fine. I've tried it a couple of times.
Okay, great. Okay, there's 3 hands that are still up. There's Erna, Natasha, and Gustav. Do either any of you want to talk?
Okay, thanks, Peter. I just wanted to find out, with the PTY side, the merchants that have registered under the PTY, do you by any chance have any indication of when they might be added to this list?
I have got no idea.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody that's registered on Cellbucks itself should be on this list, but that's after signing your contract with Cellbucks itself.
I have nothing to ask. I have got my question.
Okay, well, I'm gonna move on. Unless Lucille Watson, you've also put your hand up.
Hi, Peter. I just want to answer on Paul's question. What she was talking about online shopping. I know what 60 seconds and that they are not on the list, but she can go through Mr. D. Mr. D will deliver because Mr. D is on the list. Yeah.
Okay.
That is just all that I wanted to say.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Everybody in favor that I move on to the next point?
Hello, Peter.
Yes. Hi, Gustav.
Sorry. I think I'm on the wrong group altogether. But
Sure.
I've been on all of the groups who have asked for where we can buy the advertising material like golf shirts and caps, and I've been in all of them, and I've been ignored all the while. Where can I go to?
It's on the knowledge base. There's an email address where you send your orders through at the moment, and have you got the actual catalog?
No, I haven't. No, I don't. No, where do I get
the
the
knowledge
whole?
base? Have you got a link to the knowledge base?
Not too sure. I'll have to look. I'm not too sure.
I'm going to show you here, and I can see if I can just send it to you quickly. Just hold on a second. So let me just go here. I'm just going to go here and say what's merchandise, or even just say T-shirt.
Yeah, because I would like to buy and advertise, because that's where we need to start.
Yeah. Okay. Just hold on a second. I just want to see here. Trying to see where it is here.
Sorry, I don't know if I'm on the right group to ask this question.
Sure. Hold on a second. Oh, here we go. Here's the link here to everything. Just hold on a second.
Did you send it to me?
What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy it here. Just hold on and just move around here. And let me see if I can where do I write here?
Fascinating to get your insights into them. Dan Ives, thanks very much indeed for the time. We really appreciate it.
Was it good stuff, eh?
That's correct, yes.
Yeah, let me see if I can send you a note or something. Just hold on. I definitely need to learn more about Zoom.
Sorry, say again?
I definitely need to learn more about how to use Zoom. I'm trying to find a place to send you.
I'm just sorry, because I know we've been told we're not allowed to ask questions. The existing members not allowed to ask any questions. But I just need to, I want to purchase these things, but I don't know. I've asked on a couple of groups, but I haven't had any response yet.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're not going to be able to send it, to post it or type it in anywhere, Peter. Yeah, no, there's no chat on the groups. But Gustav, if you've got a pen, I'll give it to you, the email that you need to send an email to. Have you got a pen with you?
Hang on. I've got a pen. I just need to get my paper. Yeah, give it to me.
It's merchandise, MERCHANDISE, merchandise dot BECW.
It's also on the screen.
Dot BECW.
Yeah, at proton.me.
PROTON.
PROTON.me. M for mother, E for elephant. .me.
Okay.
Daar say. You can chat
Is it
from there.
merchandise or just merchant?
Merchandise.
Look on
Merchandise.
The screen.
Yeah,
Merchandise.
Look on the screen, you'll see it.
Merchandise.becw
at proton.me.
At proton.co.
No,
okay. Thank you very much.
.me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry for asking the wrong question.
No. Okay.
Ha o tsa mo romela ke ha nthumella yona. So ha ke ko Pep Store ke entse 2 times 20.
Okay, can I move on? Okay, so the next tab was stop paying companies and preload your wallet. Okay, and that was something that I like to emphasize because our business is all related to Sellbucks and using the wallet. If we don't use the wallet, we've got no business. So this is a video that basically just explains it. And I don't know if I should play it or just leave it because of time. And you guys can watch it yourself. Because I think we're moving on too quickly here. We've only got like 10 minutes left. So anyway, so that's what that is. It's basically a motivation and a suggestion on how to pre-subscribe to yourself. In other words, load your wallet and then spend from your wallet every month. And try and do as much as you can, including your utility bills. If I look at the more expensive things that you can do every month, if you don't want to go and use your Sellbucks at every general store, if you just did your electricity bills and your municipal bills and your petrol, you'd be more than over the 2,000 Rand a month probably. So that's basically what I do. And I mean, just my municipal bills are like 10,000 odd Rand a month, which is ridiculous. Anyway, but that's for multiple properties. That's through Voucher Warehouse, okay? Because they're a merchant and we get commission from anything that we do through Voucher Warehouse. So Bitcoin-wise merchandise, here we go. This is your question about the Bitcoin-wise merchandise. If you just click on that, it'll take you to this page that we're looking at together with the email address. So even if you just put the link in for the starter pack, which is this here, you can then go here to merchandise. Okay, the next one, previous and future training meetings. Okay, so those are the meetings that I held. And basically what I do is I list them over here. So if you have a look, you've got the dates of each of the meetings. So this meeting here will end up over here on top. And just a little bit of an explanation. So if you just show more over here, you'll get more information. And if there's any attachments, they'll be down the bottom here. Okay. So that's how that works. And then that's previous training. And this is previous and future opportunity meetings. Okay. So this is where I list all the previous and future meetings. So it talks about the days. Join the video meeting, and there's all the previous ones. Okay, then we've got the knowledge base, which is basically the beginning of this whole screen here, where you can start from the left to right and just read through each one of these. Just understand this is still a work in progress. What I did is I actually try to get more of a structured progress here so that people can follow it through and find out how to do what next, where to go from there, explaining everything. And these ones of this side on the left actually sometimes point to the ones on the right. And the reason why it points to these ones on the right, this is where I started, where I've got the training material, the presentations, and then the marketing and Facebook marketing. Basically, just look at the headings at the top. Other marketing. So there's marketing material like the flyers or whatever. And then this was quite an important one. These two were questions that I was asked today. So instead of everybody asking me the same questions over and over again, I decided to put them here. So just to give you an example, this is the slide that everybody wanted more of a breakdown and more information on. So this is where I broke it down, explaining more. And then I also created a document which you can download, which just explains where the monies come from, both on the what we're now referring to as the starter pack bonuses, as well as the, which that falls under Bitcoin Wise questions and answers, and this falls under Sellbucks questions and answers. So this is where we're getting money from Sellbucks. So I put it on this side over here. So this is the shopper rewards, and then there's a document over here as well that explains the shopper rewards in more detail, and it gives an example so that there's no confusion and misunderstanding as to where the profit comes from and how it's broken down. But like I say, that's jumping around a little bit, but that's just to show you some of the tools and information that you've got at your disposal to send to others. So, God, just out of interest, if you wanted to share this with somebody, say somebody asked you a question, like one of your new members, you just come here to where we are at the moment. This is totally open to the world, by the way. So there's no login details or anything else. It's totally open. It's just nobody knows where to find it other than the members. So if you click on here and you click on the three little dots at the top over here, you then have a share button over here, and then you just copy this. Now, the problem that I have, I'm just going to demonstrate it to you. If I then open up my WhatsApp and I want to send this to somebody, I'm just going to show you so you can see what I'm talking about. This is where a little bit of skill comes in, but once you've mastered it, it's not too difficult. I'm just going to send it to myself. I've got a U over here for myself. Wait for this to open now. Come on. This thing's a bit slow on the computer screen. Let me use Sue. If it comes up quicker. Okay, so here's Sue. So if I just paste this over here, it comes up with Trello, which doesn't look very nice. I mean, I'll send it just to show you what I'm talking about. So that's how it looks. So what I normally do, I go here first and I click on this picture and I copy the picture. And I paste the picture over there so that the picture comes up. Then I go over here, I close that, and I go here and I go to the share and I copy the link. So now what happens when I send it, it looks pretty. It's got the link over there, and then I could always say something. Look at the document, download the attached document from this link. Now when you click on it, it looks more professional. So if I get rid of that one, I don't know if I can, but yeah, I'm sure I can. You'll see that that looks a lot more professional than what it did without the picture. So that's the way I do it. And the same goes over here. This is also quite an important one, the same sort of thing. Call this some technical training as well as learning about where to get all the information. So if you have a look here, there's a whole lot of leads. Okay, there's actually a sixth one. So if you wanted to send this as an advert, say this one here with a self-subscription, if you click on it, it'll open. Okay, so this gives you the link that you want to use. Okay, and if you wait long enough, there it'll give you all the information with your details. So now what you do is you just change this with your number. I don't know who 1000 is, but I'm changing it with their number. Let's see, lucky pot. Let's see who it is. So that belongs to Anthony. Okay, so what I do is I do a screenshot of this over here so that it looks pretty. And I can show you how to get this tool that I'm using if you want it. And then I take that and I paste it over here. Okay, and then I go back over here and I copy the link and I paste it. And that way, I'll show you what it looks like without the attachment. If I just paste that, it'll come up with this, everyday shopping. Because it's a template, it's the same for all of them. And it looks quite a lot different if you look at that compared to that. So I don't know if that helps you. Okay, so we're getting quite far now. Bitcoin-wise training. This is just the link tree with all the training material. This was basically the most important key elements that people need. So, for example, here you've got the members training information. You've got the weekly training meetings, the head office meetings. This is Rion's videos for his training channel. How to register. All of these things are on the knowledge base, just by the way. It's just that they're in a different sequence here and it's a lot quicker to get to. So there's two link trees. There's BECW, which is Bitcoin Wise, obviously, training, which is for members only. And then there's Bitcoin Wise, which is for new members, new people. So this is just a short video and then the AI webinar and that sort of information. So all that is here to show people. So, so that's the Bitcoin Wise training. This is the 90-day plan. So this, I actually take it to the knowledge base because there's a lot more info. I was taking it to the knowledge base. It's not going there now. This is information that's on the Google Drive. There's a lot more than this. But I actually wanted this to go to the knowledge base because the knowledge base takes you to that anyway, but it's got a lot more information. So if I go to 90-day plan over here, just as an example, but I will fix it so that it goes from here. So if you take 90-day here, you'll see it's got a lot more information, including a video that you found, which explains the 90-day plan very well. So you can watch that with a full screen.
Welcome to Network Marketing Pro.
Okay, so this is all not network marketing knowledge, but it all counts for people that want to do network marketing. Okay, you can choose how you want to market, if you want to market, and how you want to bring people in, and how quickly you want to grow your income by introducing your own clients or people. Everybody's got their own approach, but this is the one approach that a lot of people take, or a lot of the network marketing type people take, put it that way. Anyway, so to go back to where we were is over here, that's that. Then this is that one there is the training link tree, and this one over here is the link to share with potential members. So if you click on that and then you just copy this, you'll get that link that I'm talking about that you share with people, new people that want to know more after you've spoken to them. And then this here is the link to the online Google space. And this basically has a lot of information. So basically copies of all the presentations, the videos, short videos, change overlays. This was old videos that people were busy changing the overlay on the thing. That's when I decided to make that other method where everybody can share video. And what my suggestion is if you're making videos or you're making documents or anything else, make them so they're generic, so that they don't have anybody's referral information on them, and then share them with your downline and everybody else that wants to use them, so we can all share our material. And rather than overlay your information yourself onto that when you want to do advertising, and the same for your downline, so they can actually take the material and use it themselves, so that we're not replicating and all have to create our own material. Because there's some people that know how to make material, and there's others that don't. So make it easy for everybody. So that's what this is all about. Calculator, I'm going to show you these things. I'm going to go a little bit over 8 o'clock because there's only 3 more to go. And I think these are quite important. So the first one I'm going to show you is the starter pack bonus calculator. And basically what this is, I'm just going to move that out of the way, is a calculator where you can play with figures. So this is based on 10 by 10, four levels down, 10 by 10, and it shows you the total amount of income that you're going to receive. And plus you earn on top of that the 50 Rand for each of your own referrals, regardless of where they go. So you could introduce 100 people over the next year, and they will land wherever they land. You'll get your bonus of 10 Rand, 5 Rand, 10 Rand, or 25 Rand, depending on where they land. together with the extra 50 Rand for every person that you refer. So if you have a look over here, if, let's say there's 8 people, you'll see now there's 8 on each level, and you're looking at 107,000. Okay, so remember, this is just averages. I could always change this, that each level you can change the figures and play with it, but at the end of the day, that's basically that at the moment of what it looks like, but it gives people a good indication. So, I mean, if you only get 2 people and everybody else only gets 2 people, you're looking at about 520 Rand in return. So if you only get 2 people and everybody else in your downline only gets 2 people, that's basically the facts. It's all to do with numbers. So the numbers are important. I mean, if we look at 7, there's 63,000. But you can also play with this and say, okay, if everybody only gets 1 person, you're going to get your money back on your 350 Rand very quickly. I mean, you can work it out yourself just from your 50 Rand per person, because that's not included over here. So what I should actually do is add on here that you must put how many directs you've got, and then I can add up the extra 50 Rand and add that to this so you can see your total bottom line. But we'll get there. I'll do that. Anyway, so show you the next one, the shopping rewards. Very nice one to look at, because here you can change your average per person of, say, 2,000 Rand, and it should all grow. So now we're looking at 124,000 per month that you're getting on 2,000 Rand on average. So let's say there's only 5 people and there's 2,000 Rand on average, you're looking at 8,000 Rand a month, which is still nothing to sneeze at. So if you play with 8 people, you can see how it grows. And obviously this halves again if you go down to 1,000. But let's say if you go to 300 Rand on average per person, you're still looking at 7,700 Rand. So it's nice for people to see. I call it the inspiration calculator. Anyway, so that's that. And then last but not least, I think this is probably the one that people would like the most. I'm not sure why that's complaining. So here's your calculator to see how many people you've actually got. So if I put my number in here, and then you have to put your ID number over here. Okay, so this is how I'm going to be doing it with the starter pack in a similar sort of way. Okay, I've obviously spelled something wrong here. Let me just try again. I know you can use plus 27 here, or you can just use the 0. I made it work like that as well. Failed. Oh, you know what it is? It's failed to find this file. So I've obviously got a problem. Let me just see quickly. Oh, you know, yeah, that's wrong. This is not right. I changed. I think I changed it. Let me just see quickly. I won't be a second. I'm just having a look at something here, so I can fix it anyway at the same time. Just hold on a second. Tools, because this you're going to like. Okay, I see what's wrong. I just had to update the database. So let me just reload it again. For whatever reason, the database isn't there. You see it says loading Excel over there. Now you can see this. This is how many people we've got on our network at the moment, 12,612. 12,612 people. So if you look at your register, your member number, and compare that, you'll get some sort of an idea. 6. Okay, so now we should see something. So now you can see my network. So you can zoom in, you can move around, and you can see what's going on as far as who's paid, who hasn't paid, total number of downline, total number of paid, total number of unpaid. You can export this, download it to a PDF. You can save a tree, this tree you can save, download, and you'll see here who the sponsor is, and their phone number, and their number, and your number. Okay, so that's basically what this is all about. So it's something that we never had before. And basically what I did is I've got access to the database in an Excel file format, and I took that and I made this little program out of it. Once again, like I say, with the help of AI. So yeah, just shows you how powerful AI is. So that's why it's not part of the back end or the back office, but it's open and free to everybody to use. And obviously, what I wanted to say is one of the complaints and one of the issues that I've had, that I often have, is that somebody will go and register somebody today, and then they'll complain that that person's information doesn't come up, or they won't find them on my tools that I've created. And the reason for that is because I haven't, and I can't do it every day, download the latest data and put it in so that it's there. However, if somebody uses, for example, the advert over here, let's go back here again. So if somebody uses this advert and puts in their number at the top over here, okay, so this is your number, but you're not on this database yet, it will still work. All that'll happen is that this will not show up anymore, and your name will not show up, and your phone number will not show up because it can't find it in the database because you don't exist yet, because I haven't downloaded it. But this number will still exist because you've got it and it is registered, and the register button will still work 100%. So yeah, I'm going to try and see if I can give that task to somebody once a day to update the database, or somehow get access directly to the database real time. And that way it'll always be up to date. But for the moment, it's a manual process. And unfortunately, I can't get to it every day because it's a bit time consuming. It sends me an email by email, and then I must download it, and then I must move it across, and I have to open 3 or 4 programs to do the whole process. Anyway, so I hope that helps, and it gives some understanding of what the starter kit is all about, and where we're going with it. And yeah, let me just go back where I can see everybody. Let me get some hands answered here. Rion, I'll let you talk first and ask whatever you want to ask. How's it?
Hi, Peter. Thank you for this. I just want to ask something about this where you see the matrix thing.
Yes.
I see there's a drag to reposition, and I just by accident dragged something, but I didn't reposition. I think that needs to be switched off because I don't know what that's going to do.
Yes, the only thing that I actually would like more than anything else is for you to zoom in and zoom out or move it around. So let me just go back in again.
So I can see a lot here, and it seems like I don't know where it's going to, if I drag it, whether it's going to reposition it forever or what's happening.
If you scroll, it zooms in and zooms out, okay?
Yeah.
You must understand, I didn't do this, AI did it. So it decided to do it this way. So I can tell it to change something, but yeah, like I say, everything takes time. So I haven't worried too much about it. At least it's something that we've got to work with. And also what's nice about it, if you download these files, I should actually download it just to show you. So if I export it, I'm going to just show you quickly.
Peter, that's all right. That's not what I know we can download the stuff. I'm saying that it says I can drag to reposition. So I can actually click on one of the circles and put it somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear you. So I must get rid of it so it can't do this. So that all you can do is zoom in and zoom out and move around, but not do this.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And where I see the total down line is that it seems like it's all my levels. So it's past level 4. It's right down to wherever anybody
so it must stop at level 4. That's the other thing. Yeah.
I don't know. This is quite interesting because I can now see there's over
you can see the
8,000
history
people
right the way
connected
down.
to me.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Like I said, I haven't thought of everything. This is just me playing around and finding something that I believe everybody would like, which we'd like in the back end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like this, and I do like seeing past level 4 because then I can actually see who is where and even
who's
down,
doing what.
because
Yes.
I believe in building below my matrix as well, because a healthy matrix below me keeps mine healthy.
Correct.
So I do like that.
Yeah, it keeps your people happy.
Yeah. I just don't like the drag to reposition because I don't know if it can alter the database. I'm not sure.
No, it can't.
That's
this is not connected to anything other than an Excel file. It's just an Excel file that I've got. See, I can even, it's got a replace Excel file over here, which is not enabled. See, management only. See, because I've actually got 2 versions of this. I've got one for managers as well, where you don't have to actually put your, you just put the phone number in and it'll come up. Yeah, for back-end management. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
there they can replace the file. So I did that so that the admin staff can actually download the file once a day and just upload it.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Pleasure. Anyway, Eddie asked, let's see the more questions. Natasha has got her hand up again. She had it up earlier. There we go.
Yeah, me again. I just wanted to know the info that's in the content section at the moment, or the knowledge section at the moment. Are there still some of the much older marketing material, those kind of things that's got 200 rands in and old info? Shouldn't that maybe be rather removed? Because you're going to have some kind of mampara.
I can give you rights, and you can go through it and delete them all. I'm
Okay,
getting
no,
there.
I'm just I'm just wondering.
Yeah, the problem is that everybody wanted everything to stay there until the last minute because everything was still 200 rand. So it's only now that I'm slowly getting through everything and changing everything, and it's time consuming.
Okay, no, it's good. No, I just wanted to double check. Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's only me looking after this at the moment. I'd like to give somebody else access to help me.
All right, good stuff. Thanks.
Pleasure. Okay. Fossi.
Hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
Hi, yes. You next on the list.
Okay, I don't have a question. It's just a suggestion.
Yeah.
Is it possible that all the merchants can maybe get their shops marked with something like a Visa sticker on the door or the window?
I would
especially
love
when you're moving through a town where there's smaller shops, unlike a Wimpy or whatever. It's if there's a sign on or a sticker on the window or
like
whatever.
Visa, that they accept Visa,
yeah,
they accept Cellbucks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I would like that as well. But they might want to go for Barcode, because remember that Barcode is a different company that gets it in at those big merchants. It's only really the smaller merchants like myself that will present it as Cellbucks. Even though on the slip, I don't know if you've noticed, even on Checkers or whatever, it does say wallet Cellbucks.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Fossi. I've made a note of that. Jarrett. Russell, yeah. Hi.
Hi, good evening. Just one thing regarding the downlines and that. If you have your 10 guys underneath you using your referral code and you get your 11th one. Now, in that time, some of your downline already recruited people and that.
Yeah.
Where does that my 11th person fall in?
It goes left to right at the first person that doesn't have. In other words, it shares it out equally. But what happens if your first person has got one person, it'll go to the next person that doesn't have one person. And then if your first person's got two people, it'll go to the next person that's got a gap until they've got two people. So that everybody ends up with two people, then it'll go to the next one.
Okay, it's like filling containers where the water just rises up.
Think of it as a waterfall. It shares it out equally so that everybody gets an equal share. So unfortunately, the people that get two people directly and the other people that get nothing, they actually benefit more in a sense.
Yeah. Okay. No, thanks for that.
But we want everybody to see profit. That's I think.
Yes, 100%, 100%. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Motivation.
Cool.
Okay. Any other questions? I don't see any more hands. Natasha.
Last question, sorry. I tried that stats bar just now because we are online. So I filled in my number under member, my cell phone number, and then I did my ID. So what I see what it does, it changed the cell phone number. It changed it to 278408433300. And then it says to me, it doesn't correspond with the information on the database. So I don't know why it's kicking out my cell phone number or my ID that the two doesn't match up.
I'm not sure. I can check. I've actually got an old version of the program which is standalone. Let me just have a look with you on screen. Just hold on a second. I'm just running it. This is a desktop version that I made. Just hold on a second.
Okay.
I'll just try to open it. Okay, so yeah, you see it on screen. I don't know if you see it. What is your number?
082.
Yeah.
539.
Yeah.
0759.
Well, so you can see I've been playing a lot with this. There we go.
Yeah.
So it picks it up fine. So now I don't know why. Unless I ask you for your phone number and your ID, I can check it on the other side. Let me do this. Just hold on a second.
Okay, I'll send you my ID on the WhatsApp if you need that.
Okay, I can check it for you.
Okay, but we can do that later. Then someone else can ask a question as well.
Sure. Okay. Great. Okay, any other questions? No, I think that's it. I'm happy to say that my wife will be happy because yeah, I said to her I'll only be here till 8 o'clock. Yeah, other than downloading the video and saving it, that's all I'm going to do, and then I'll be out of here. Thanks a lot for everybody that's attended. I'm curious to see. Let me just get rid of my screen. I want to just see how many people are still with us out of interest.
124.
Okay, great. Okay. Anyway, thanks again, and have a good evening further. Cheers.
Thank you. Good night.
Pleasure. Bye.